Hello, welcome back to Flow with the Grow. I am your host, Sophia, or Sophie. This is episode 101. And if you're listening to this May 3rd, Tuesday, May 3rd, the day that this gets released, there's still time to enter the giveaway if you have not yet done so. It ends Tuesday at midnight. And that giveaway is on Facebook and Instagram. If you scroll, you will see the post, Flow with the Grow podcast giveaway. All the details are in there. And then I will be announcing the winners actually, on social media. Got some amazing previous guests that have collabed in on this giveaway with some amazing prizes, all of which are also shown in that social media post. So for today's episode, it is a two-part series. This is part one of the second recording I did with my girlfriend, Kiana. So I will link that first episode in the show notes because we talk all about how we met, the beginning of us, of our story, and a little bit about past relationships, just a little bit, because yes, she is my first girlfriend. So we talk a lot more about that story in that episode. So I will again link that in the show notes. And today is going to be just part one. And I must warn you, there's a little bit of explicit content in this, especially towards the end and then again in the part two episode. So stuff that should be normalized in my opinion, but we go there. So keep listening to find out what I mean, because I think you'll know when you start to hear it. We just talk about how our relationship has evolved in a short period of time. We talk about things that have helped, not necessarily helped our relationship, but we just talk about our relationship a little bit. And we tell stories, we laugh. So this is a little bit different than my typical like personal development, self-help, health and fitness episode. But I like to sprinkle in episodes that are more so about me and my life and just the people in my life and who I am. So this is more for entertainment and laughs. If you would like, you can also check out our video, and that will be up on the Flow with the Grow podcast YouTube channel. Again, I will link that in the show notes. All right, let's get to it. I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, let's get this party started, shall we? Kitty litter. Ooh. You're you. Okay, so welcome to Flow with the Grow. I'm your host, Sophia, or Sophie, whatever you prefer. Sophia Andy. Sophie. Soaps. So this is going to be the second episode of Flow the Grow with my girlfriend Kiana. And the first episode, I'll link to the show notes. I don't remember what number it was, but it's me and my girlfriend. And that's where we talked about the beginning of our relationship and how it started and just kind of like where we're at right then and there. And today, the second episode, we're now at 7 months. And then when we did that, it was maybe like 3 months in. Not even.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2.
Yeah, maybe like 2.
Since we started dating.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking for a little bit.
Yeah, we've been talking for a while. So this is now the second episode. We're 7 months in now. And I just thought it would be fun to talk more about like our relationship now, how it's kind of evolved, how it's maybe changed. You maybe think it's not changed?
No,
I definitely.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
And I just like, and then we also have some topics that we thought of to talk about. But yeah, I mean, I say like how our relationship has changed and we're going to talk about it and all of that, but also we're not like relationship experts by any means, but I feel like
No, I just didn't know if people were saying that we were.
No, but I think that because in my Instagram poll, on Instagram, I was like, we're going to like, should we do another episode how our relationship has evolved? And yes, it has evolved, but I just don't want people to think that we have it all figured out and that we're like experts in all this. Cause we're not, we're like learning as we go. But I feel like we have set a super solid foundation since the very beginning, which I know we talked about in the other episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that a lot has kind of changed since then for like a good thing, like not bad by any means.
No.
So this is Kiana.
Yes.
Yes, and we'll have a YouTube video for this episode as well. So if you want to know more about the beginning, how we started, go back and watch that first episode. Or watch it on YouTube because we have the videos uploaded. But first question, a really, really, really good question came from my sister Hannah today.
Yeah.
Who wears the pants in the relationship? I'll let you go.
Oh, man, I was hoping you'd go first.
Mm-mm.
Why?
I want to hear your thoughts first. We're also drinking right now. I got a Truly, and she's got a beer.
Buzz.
Not anymore, because we had pizza.
Oh yeah, that's right. We ate it.
So I did have a buzz, but not as much anymore.
Who wears the pants?
Yes.
See, and I've been thinking about it since you said that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm in one leg and you're in the other leg. You know what I'm
There
saying?
we go. That's a good answer to that.
I don't know, we talk and compromise on a lot of things,
Mhm.
and I feel like there's really not, like, maybe in some things I do and some things you do more so, but I really think we're pretty equal.
Yeah,
in this.
I agree. Definitely. I didn't even think about that.
What were you gonna say before I said
I
that?
honestly didn't even know. I didn't have it's me or it's you. I really just didn't know. Like my answer was just that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I guess my answer was gonna be another question. And that was, well, how would, for anyone listening who doesn't know, how would you define, what does that question even mean? Who wears the pants in this relationship? What does that even mean?
Kind of like who runs it. Like not really runs it, but just like
Is like the dominant one?
yeah. Oh, if she says that, then we're doing that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you tonight said I wore the pants tonight when you're like, I want to watch Joe Millionaire, and I said no.
That would be you wearing the pants.
That's what I said. I said I wore the pants tonight when you came in here with some stupid garbage about you want to watch Joe Millionaire, and I said no.
Okay, people, I do not like to watch reality shows really, but I have a friend. I worked with her at the 9, and she was on it, so I was like, well, I have to watch it. Someone that I know. And I'm just like invested. I have to finish watching it. But I would okay. But if we had to choose someone, I think that you're in one side of the pants, I'm in the other side of the pants.
Can't get away from you.
Because I do feel like we talk and compromise, and you'll ask me my opinion on what I want on things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in my eyes, you're definitely the dominant one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
When?
For sure. Because I don't know. Maybe it's because of my personality. I'm so much more. I am a leader, but also I'm definitely a follower. If there's a group of people or with you, I just am go with the flow. Yeah, let's do that. Whatever. Even if I I don't know, not that I want to do something else, but it's really I don't care, and I'll just go with it.
That's how I am too.
And here's a good example.
What?
What do you want for dinner, babe?
Let's
do this. And you're like, no. So then it's okay, I might as well not even choose then.
I want you to choose, but I want you to choose something other than what you first said. Because maybe I didn't like what you first said. So
this happens every time.
Because I don't want to decide what we eat. I just want to make it. You decide.
Yeah, but then whatever I decide,
a lot of the times, lately, a lot of the times I've been saying I'm going to make this tonight.
Yeah. I like that. You just are yep, let's do that. I think just because I don't like making decisions, and I've never had someone else where we decide on what to make. I've, for the last year, before you and when we talked, had the same thing every night.
Yeah. Scrambled
eggs, cauliflower rice, or some sort of stir fry with eggs. I had eggs every single night, which is fine. I liked it, but I didn't never change it up. I never cooked anything else. I've never had anyone else even before you where we made dinner together and ate.
We don't make it together.
I drink the wine. You make it.
You stand in the kitchen.
Yeah. Sometimes I make it though. Or I'll help.
I ask my good little helper to help me.
And I'm glad you do, because then I feel like I'm helping and I don't feel I'm is she mad? Does she want me to do something?
I like doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good that you like doing it. But yeah, that was just one example. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes
You think I wear the pants?
Yeah.
So what does wearing the pants mean to you? Like,
I mean, I think
what I said.
Yeah, but it's not like a bad thing in my eyes. Like it's.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I just don't agree.
Why?
I just think we're. I mean, yeah, in that one example, then yeah, sure. But there's been other times where, because I'm very
that's true.
like,
That's true.
I'm very laid back and just I don't really care.
Yeah, you
so whatever
are.
you want to do, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like in some situations I wear the pants, and some situations you wear the pants.
This is what I said.
Yes, exactly. So that's
wasn't good enough when I said it. You had
no,
to
it was,
say
but now I like I see it more now. Just be thinking about like it differently. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, should we? Okay, so okay,
about all the stuff that we made a little Google document of like right after we made our last video. We're like, oh, we should have talked about this. So we made a little Google Drive document, and I've just been adding stuff in there.
Just been adding stuff for a while.
You want to do that?
Yeah. Can we also talk about how we each feel like the relationship has like changed or things that have changed or whatever?
I had to go first for the question.
Fine. All right, I'm gonna take a drink. So, okay, I was thinking about this recently, especially knowing that we were gonna maybe like do a podcast episode, but also I just have been thinking about it a lot more because of the fact that how do I want to word this? Okay, I'm really doing my best here. So, I feel like when we first started, it's not that I wasn't myself. I was definitely myself. But I feel like I have stepped into my fullest me being myself. Like do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I'm weird as
now.
fuck.
Yeah.
And I knew that. And I will randomly just do shit like dance or like just say stuff or like whatever it is. And before it's like I just held that back just a little bit. Like I wasn't that way with you at first.
You did it the one time in the grocery store.
In the grocery store. That's like the beginning of it.
Time I saw it.
Yeah. And that's I feel like that's just like a small little like piece of it. But now it's like and not that I wasn't comfortable with you because I feel like I was, but I don't know if it's just that I'm more comfortable with you now, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just like, I feel like that's one way that it's like kind of evolved and changed is that like I have stepped into me being able to more be myself because I've never really been able to do that with anyone else.
Really fucking weird. You're really flipping weird.
I know.
Save myself. See that couch?
What?
Nothing.
I don't get it.
Because I said the F word and then I corrected myself and said flipping.
Well, that's fine. But yeah, so that's one way. Okay, you go next and then I'll say
you go next?
Yeah. And then I might have something else to say.
Since then, we've definitely gotten into not even like arguments, but we'll like do something or say something that will hurt the other person.
Not that we intend to.
No.
We don't mean to. We don't intend to.
But we do that, and then we can tell right away, like, oh man, I messed up, or something isn't right with her.
You can feel it.
So we talk about it, and then I feel like we talk it out every time, and we learn, and we've never done the same thing twice, really.
Yeah. That has been such a good learning experience. Like, because
figuring each other out.
Yeah.
So
because it's like it's 7 months in. I mean, we've been talking for a little bit longer, but like it's still a new relationship. So even though we feel like we've like been together for much longer and we know each other, like we're still learning about each other. And like I feel like we'll always be learning about each other. Like I always want to be learning about you and like growing together, but also like individually. So we're still learning about each other. And when things like that happen, I really, even though if I feel really bad about something I said or did, I really have to just like talk myself through it and be like, this is good, actually, that this happened. Like, yes, it made you feel bad, which I feel horrible about and guilty and regretful, but it's a good thing because I learned from this to not do that again or to like, to just like try my best to not do that again. I see it as like that opportunity to like learn something more about you and about us, and then just to like grow stronger after that.
Yeah.
And because I was thinking about that too, like just how we've like said or like, yeah, like done things, more so said things, I think, that made the other person feel. So we've never really had a fight or like never like screaming.
I don't know.
I don't even know if it would be an argument. No, I don't think so either.
You were pretty mad at me last weekend though.
Okay, here's a story. So, okay, before I get into that, we haven't really had a fight, not a screaming fight.
I don't think we ever would.
No, I don't think so either. Point. No. I don't even know what we would call it because it's not an argument, really.
We just hurt
the other person, and we don't intend to, but it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's the way someone said something or what we said. And I know for me, that's so hard. Like I hang on to that guilt and regret for a long time. It seems, even if you say it's okay, like it was so nice because you said the other night that like you're only human and you're gonna get mad about something sometimes, even though I feel like I do really well with situations where something doesn't go right. Like I'm mad about it, but I do really well with handling it and reacting, like not reacting, but just staying calm about it. And like, whatever happens, it'll work out. I'll like figure something out because you can either just like say, okay, well, this is what is happening. This is it. Or you can get super mad. And this has happened before. And I learned from it. And I'm like, hey, I can't do that again. And then every now and then it's like the universe is like, does it to me. And then I didn't learn, obviously. It's almost like I talk myself into being mad because inside I feel like I need to be mad about this thing. So I'm going to be more and more mad. So when I feel more and more mad, and then I'm just down and mad. And then when someone says something, like you said something to me, and I just like, not that I like yell, it's more of like I shut down, don't talk, or I'm just like, I don't even know how to explain it. Mm-hmm. But like you can tell.
Yeah, I can tell when you're feeling like that.
And then I get mad that I acted that way and that I didn't just like stay calm and like say it's okay and just move on. Like we'll figure it out. But instead I just reacted in a way or responded in a way that I normally wouldn't respond. And then I get all mad about that. So then I feel guilty and regret and I just hang on to that. So I'm trying to work on that too.
Like I said, you're human.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to get fired up about something once in a while.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. I just gotta remember that. I just not do that in the first place.
That's
but
all right.
Yeah. So that's that. The story.
Go for it.
This was exactly a week from tonight. So we're recording this Saturday.
No, this is Friday.
Oh, today's Friday.
Yeah.
A week from tomorrow. But it's February 25th. So this episode will come out in like a few weeks probably, but almost a week from today of recording this. We had a bachelorette party to go to, and so we were both super pumped. I'm like, we're gonna get drunk. Like we planned for this. Like I planned, I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get wasted, drunk, and dance and just whatever. Planned for it. We were both excited about it.
Yep.
And this was in Omaha, and we went to a hockey game Friday night.
It's fun.
That was fun. That was awesome. You were supposed to be wearing the sweatshirt, actually.
I know.
You were wearing the same club one.
Yeah.
And Saturday came, we went to the mall. She had to get an outfit, and we like just hung out till the nighttime.
Went to the zoo too.
Went to the zoo. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. The zoo. That was fun. And then got ready. We were drinking pretty early. It was maybe like 5, 6, because then we met up with them at like 7:38 at the hotel with the party with everyone.
Yep.
Got on the party bus, and I mean, I was pretty buzzing at that time. I'm sure you were too.
Yep.
I almost forgot this part. When we were at the mall, before we were at the mall, we were driving to maybe like coffee shop in the morning time, but we were talking about
how
right. I know how I used to, and if you're listening to this and you knew me back in my drinking days, you probably remember this too. I would just walk away. Like, I don't know why. I would just walk away from people. I would like hide from people. Like if they were looking for me, I just wouldn't even like say anything. And it was the dumbest shit ever. I even did it when I was on family vacation, and I know that was horrible.
Can't believe you'd do something like that.
Oh, okay. So we were talking about that, right? And I was just saying how I'm not like that anymore. I'm not gonna do that again. But if I do, like, just slap me. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. Because I just don't do that anymore. So we were talking about it, and I think you had said, you're like, yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. I did it one time. Yeah. You're like, I did it one time in my life before, and that was it. And so I have like this sixth sense, and it's not that I manifested this. It's a different feeling from when I manifest something. Different feeling from when I manifest something to when it, like, compared to when I just feel something specific is going to happen. And for whatever reason, I just like knew and felt that something was going to happen. And I was in my mind, I'm like, no, Sophie, it's not going to be you. You're going to drink a lot, but you're going to have fun. You're not going to be stupid. You're not going to walk away. Like, you're going to be you're going to do good. I do that quite a bit.
End of the day, you manifested it and it's your fault.
Stop. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
So that's two different things. Manifesting versus seeing the future.
You did. You said that you weren't going to do anything stupid. You should have said nobody's going to do anything
Okay, I'll do that next time then.
Yeah.
But that's not me manifesting that.
It's your fault.
So anyways, that night,
oops,
guess what happened? So we were on the party bus, having a good time. We made some stops at different bars. It was fun, dancing. And this was like at maybe 10 or 11?
No.
Oh, past that? Midnight?
Yeah, it was like midnight.
Okay, midnight,
maybe
whatever.
Even 1. Because Hannah said they only went to one more bar. And then...
That's true. Maybe it was like midnight.
And the bus
1.
dropped them off at that bar. So they were at
I'm pretty sure I looked at my phone and it was like midnight. Not 1. I'm pretty sure it was not 1. Because I remember looking at it.
Midnight 30.
Midnight 30?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call it midnight 30.
It was not 10 or 11.
So Kiana next to me just hits a wall. And all of a sudden, like she looks we're just like sitting down in the party bus, and she's like, I want to go home. I want to go to bed. I want to go sleep. And I'm like, babe, no, we're going until 2 a.m. Like, we're partying, dancing, 2 a.m. You got to stay up. And then like instantly.
Hold up. Because I had to slam my drink, your drink, somebody else's drink.
You didn't have to. You chose
at the first bar.
I know. You chose.
Second bar, I also had to slam my drinks. It was disgusting.
You didn't have
and I slammed
to.
Your drink and maybe Hannah's drink there too.
You didn't have to.
Had to.
You chose to.
Had to. The first bar I did because we had to
no
go.
One.
First bar I did, we had to
shoved
go.
It down your throat.
Are you guys ready to go?
That's not shoving it down your throat. We gotta go. You go. So where was I at? Oh yeah, okay. So we were on the party bus, and we were doing, she wanted to go, and I was like, no, we can't. We gotta stay here till 2 a.m. And she was like, I'm gonna go. I don't even know what you said. Be like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. And nothing, no discussion, no conversation, just up and walked out the party bus.
I am surprised the bus was even stopped.
Oh, I wish it wasn't. So when that happened, I was just like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, what do I do? And I was mad because I was like, I wanted to stay and party. This was the only time all of our sisters, like us sisters were together.
I'm surprised you didn't get off right away.
I did.
You must not have.
No, well, it wasn't
a few minutes later.
It wasn't like you and then me, because I wanted to tell them what was going on. I mean, yes, I could have. I was drunk too. It was like in the moment. Yeah. I was deciding. I was mad. I was deciding what to do.
You or anything like that. I just am saying I'm surprised you didn't
go right away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I tried grabbing you, and you did one of those and and kept going. I'm pretty sure I grabbed you and you just like went off anyways. Like, I couldn't just hold you back.
I wanted to go to bed.
So I was like, gosh, I want to stay out and like with sister, but I was like, obviously I can't just like leave her walking alone.
It was freezing cold. All I had was a t-shirt and some ripped jeans on.
I know. So I like told Hannah, Liz, I'm like, and Maddie, I was like, Kiana just left. Like, I'm going to go after her. I'm gonna try and find her. Like, I'm going to go. And so I got off the party bus, and I got off and I looked, and you were nowhere to be found. And I'm like surprised that I don't even know which direction I was going. I just started walking, And I feel like I maybe saw you up ahead and I was like, oh, maybe that's her. And I started walking. This guy, he's like, I had a jacket on, luckily, because I had a dress on and it was cold out. And he's like, he was pretty concerned. He's like, what are you doing out in the cold by yourself? Where are you going? And I was like, I turned to him and I'm like, I was like, my girlfriend walked away. Have you seen a girl just like walking by? And he's like, with a black shirt, no jacket, ripped jeans. And I'm like, yes, that way. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I started walking.
Hold on, this dude, because I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
Yeah.
Because I was walking and this car like pulled over, dropped someone off. It was maybe like an Uber or something, dropped the guy off. He got out. I was just head down, hauling, walking fast. You know, I had places to go, making my way downtown type of fast, you know? And this guy gets out of his Uber or whatever, and he looks at me. And like I said, I'm just head down going, scooting along. And he's like, aren't you cold? And I just, yep. And I just kept going. just
I
walking.
could see you doing that. Yeah.
I had places to go. I didn't want to talk to this guy.
Oh my God. It's funny. So,
and then I saw the party bus like right after that too. I was at a corner and the bus came up this way, turned and went that way. And I'm like,
oh my God. Huh. Party bus.
Yeah.
Did you ever question, like, I wonder if Soph's coming after me?
No.
Or did you, like, nothing?
I figured you were still with them because I kept getting calls on your phone.
Okay, hold on. We'll get there. So if you're not watching on the video, I just gave her like a stink eye.
Yeah, you did.
So again, okay, I kept walking and all of a sudden, two guys, they were on the sidewalk too or whatever. And they also asked me like what I was doing. Why are you out by yourself? It's freezing. Like he's like, what can they do to help? And I just said how, you know, my girlfriend walked away and I'm trying to find her and I don't have my phone because she has it. And and they offered to give me a ride.
You should not have gotten into
I should not have. I didn't have a bad feeling about it though.
I know that one guy is in the he's in the army, so he had a decent shot that he was nice.
Decent shot.
Some guys in the army.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to say that. So I'm also in the army.
Yeah. So yeah, and also I was drunk, so I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, yeah, I'm like, I'll say whatever. And they didn't seem creepy. Like it seemed like they like actually wanted to help. And they're like, yeah, well, they're like, where are you going? And I was like, well, I'm going to the Evans Hotel. And so they gave me a ride. And before we got into the car, he's like, you smoke weed? One of them said that, you smoke weed? And I'm like, no.
You should have.
I know. No. And then, so I got in the car and I asked for one of their phones. And the only thing that I knew what to do, because I don't have your number memorized.
Wow.
Do you have my number memorized?
No.
Oh, wow. Maybe we should do that. Very good.
Got that.
502.
That's mine?
Area code? Minnesota?
No.
Oh, what is your area code?
952.
Oh, 952. Well,
she's closer than you.
Whatever. So I got their phone, one of their phones, and the only thing I knew what to do was to look her up on Instagram. So I got her on Instagram, sent her a DM message, which in my mind, I'm like, well, it's probably going to go to her request folder. You're not going to be able to see it.
And it did.
And it did because like not friends with the people, obviously. And so yeah, that happened. And then let me just,
theirs.
Yep. I did.
Mm-hmm.
So got to Evans Hotel. Oh my God. Okay. I walk in. I luckily there was things are just lining up for me. Thank you, universe. Because I would
you got lucky. I did.
I know. I would not be. Karma's a biatch. So I was not supposed to be able to get into the hotel because I didn't have a room key. However, when I went to the door, someone was right there, let me in. I walk in and I wasn't,
too, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I wasn't crying. I was just fine. And then I went up to the front desk and the cop person and I started talking and just instant bawling. Like I couldn't even speak. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm crying. Yeah, I couldn't even talk. I tried to calm myself down, tell them what happened. And cause he's like, well, I'm a cop. Like I can't I don't even know what he was. He couldn't do, there were certain things he couldn't couldn't do. I don't know.
Security guard,
And
maybe.
I'm sure they felt really bad. And because I think too, I first like held it in because the front desk lady, I just asked about a key and I'm like, can I get a room key? And I just like was trying to hold in my tears. And she like was like, well, I can't like, she like couldn't do it at first. And so I like said that your name and stuff. And then I just like broke down and started bawling. and then she was like, okay, room key. She like got it together or got the room key.
Was it the same girl that was the bartender earlier for us? Oh man,
no,
she was pretty nice.
Yeah, she was. No, it was different. I was hoping it was the same girl.
Yeah.
So I got a room key and I was telling the cop guy like what was going on, and he's like, "Well, do you want me to put out like a search thing?" I'm like, "No, don't do that yet."
No,
not yet. We don't need to do that yet. And so yeah, and then because he's asked me where I came from, and he's like, "Wow, that's a long ways." And I was like, "I know, I gotta ride with a couple of guys. Like, you shouldn't have done that."
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
I know. So that happened. Just talked to them for a bit. I was able to get a room key, and then I went up to the room. Okay, later when I was upstairs. Okay, I'll get to that. So I went upstairs and got into the room. Obviously, I knew that you weren't going to be there. Now what the fuck do? I don't have my phone. I can't do anything. I'm not gonna go to sleep. And I just was like pacing, crying, like just bawling and like couldn't breathe and didn't know what to do. And then a light switch went off and I'm like, we have a phone in here. There's a phone in the hotel room. So I went over to the phone and I called my sister, which also, so me and Hannah's phones numbers are completely different. Me and my dad's are one number away, I believe is what it is. And
Hannah's was one number away from your dad's because you're worried that you're going to call him.
Yeah. So mine is 648. And I think Hannah's a 650, but my dad's a 647.
Oh. So you're going to call your dad.
Because mine is 6248. So I'm like, okay. Dad? I didn't know which is what.
Yeah.
At
first,
Hannah, yeah, I was trying to figure out. I think I called my phone first. You didn't answer. Yeah. So then I tried calling Hannah, and I was like, okay, it could be either 6250 or 6247, and I didn't know which one was my dad and which one was Hannah. And I was like, okay, if I accidentally call my dad, I'm just gonna hang up because it's a hotel number you won't even know. And then I'll try the other one. So I ended up I was calling, and Hannah answered. I was like, yes, got it right. So Hannah answered, and I just said it's Sophie, and like. I just asked what they were doing, and I was like, hey, can you please call Kiana, text her, whatever. And Hannah was trying to like calm me down. She's like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. She didn't come home. Like, we're coming home soon, or we're coming to the hotel soon. It'll be okay. And so that happened. And then I waited. I don't know. In my mind, the time was a long time, but I'm sure it wasn't that long because then I called Hannah again. Okay, then after that, I realized, wait, I bet the hotel has Kiana's number. So I went back down. The cop was still there too. And I asked her for your number. And she I don't even know if they're supposed to do that, but she gave it to me. She gave it to me. Wow, and I was like, thank you.
You didn't even tell me about this.
I didn't?
No.
I thought, oh, really?
Yeah.
I did. So I got Kiana's number, went back upstairs, called a couple times. Again, no answer. And so no answer from Kiana's phone, my phone, even when Hannah and them tried calling you.
You could have just been some like crazy ex and they would have just let you into my hotel room and gave you my number.
Well, but I don't know.
Not so good.
That's not how it went though.
I know, so I'm just saying.
Yeah. Eventually, Kiana came into the hotel, walked in, and we just, Kiana wasn't there yet. And
I think you sent me a picture. Or Hannah sent me a picture.
Of what?
Of the phone number that you were trying to call with.
What do you mean?
I got a picture on your phone. I think Hannah took a picture of, I don't even know what. I don't know. But someone sent me a picture of the number that you were trying to call me with.
Oh, for you to call that number. It's by the hotel phone then.
Yeah, you were trying to call me.
Yeah.
So you sent me a picture of that number and said, answer this. Because I wasn't answering. Because I didn't know the number.
Oh, okay. Well, that, I don't know. I don't know.
I remember that.
I don't get it. I don't know.
You sent me a picture of, it must have been after Hannah got back because it was a picture of I'm sure I have it on my phone. But you sent me a picture of the phone number on somebody else's phone. You sent me that and then said,
find it. I'll keep going with the story.
It was on my phone.
So then after Hannah came in. Oh, looked at his Instagram story. That was funny. So after Hannah came in, just talked for a little bit, and it was soon after Kiana came back. Kiana. So in my mind, I'm already thinking about, okay, and am I going to be mad, or am I just going to be like, babe, you're okay. I'm so glad. So I'm either going to go and hug her, or I'm going to go and slam one of the doors. I already knew one of those options
Must be
was going to happen. Okay. We can look after this. So Kiana comes in and she has this little smirk on her face, and instantly I look at her, and what set me off was that fucking little smirk that you had. And that set me off. And I in my mind, it's like, you went to have a good time, or you were like, I don't know, maybe not that, but just whatever. You had a smirk on your face that set me off. And I storm into the bedroom and I slammed the door. Honestly, it was very loud.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to, because when it slammed, I'm like, oops, I didn't mean to hit that loud.
Honestly, I was just happy to be in where it was warm, because I was beyond freezing cold at this point. I've never been that cold. And then I thought that when I got back to the room, nobody else would be there. I opened up the door and see Hannah, and I'm like, shit. So that's why I smiled.
Okay.
I was like, oh no.
Oh, okay.
And then I look over and you're in the corner, she was pissed. And I'm like, oh. I smiled probably more. Yeah.
Did you see my eyeballs? Because I'm pretty sure I looked at myself, and I looked at myself before you got them, before Hannah got there, and they were just red.
Yeah.
Bloodshot. So yeah. Okay. So what happened after I slammed the door?
You slammed the door, and then because we had talked earlier, because back way up, I was the one that booked the room. I thought it had 2 beds in it, because it said like 2 king, whatever. Doesn't matter. I thought it had 2 beds in it. It didn't. It only had 1 bed and a pull-out couch. So I said, Hannah can have the bed, because I felt bad, because I thought it had 2 beds, and I booked it. You laid on the bed and said no, because the bed was so comfy. So then, I don't know, you texted Hannah, and I was like, tell her I said that she can have the bed, we'll take the couch, but you said no, because I wanted to make sure I was in the clear. Because I felt really bad.
Yeah.
I like I said, I thought it was 2 beds and it wasn't. So I felt really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Then fast forward again. I get into the room. You slam the door. I'm sitting there with just a shit-eating grin on, and Hannah's like, you maybe better sleep on the couch tonight. That's funny she said that. I think she even said, oh, she's pissed.
I could hear her saying that. She's pissed. Yep, I could see that. That's funny. Yep. And then, so I went and I brushed my teeth and I got ready for bed. And then I think I came back out. Or did you come in?
I came into the room, but I also think I helped Hannah pull out the couch bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then I think, did I just come over for a hug first? No, I think that you got in bed and you maybe said, maybe said, do you want me to sleep on the couch, or do you want me to not be in here?
No, I said, do you want me to go somewhere else?
Oh, you want me to go somewhere else? Yeah.
And
I'm like,
where? I was like, all right, anywhere. I'll find somewhere.
Yeah. No, and I was like, no, babe. And got into bed, and I think we like hugged.
At some point we did.
Yeah. Like I was mad, but I was happy that you were safe and you were okay. And I think we talked about that, how like, I just am glad that you were okay.
Yeah.
And then I've never seen Kiana cry so much.
Also, I was freezing, man.
Yeah. And probably drunk still.
Yeah.
Because you just felt, at the time you felt really bad.
Because you told me that you got out of the bus and were walking around, and then also that you got in a car with a couple of dudes, and I felt horrible.
Yeah. And yeah.
Because something could have happened to you.
Yeah. And you're like, well, because I think I maybe asked you like why you're crying so much, or just like what, like why, and you felt bad, and just that something, you're like, well, something could have happened to you. So yeah, the next morning, like you asked if we were okay. I think you asked if I was mad at you, if we were okay. And
I think we just talked about it.
We just talked about it. And yeah, it was fine. I mean, shit does happen. I've done it so many times. And the next morning, Hannah's Kiana pulled a Sophie last night. Yep. She has a lot more to do to catch up to me, but that's not going to happen ever again.
No, I felt really bad. And I told you to tell your sisters that I was sorry. I don't think you did, but
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, okay. I did. I texted in the sister group just saying that you felt really bad. And
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I said they were sorry. So I don't know about that, but yeah. Because even Maddie was like, it's okay. It happens to all of us. Shit happens, you know. You're okay. I'm okay. So yeah, it was okay. So that was probably like our biggest like quote fight, even though we were drunk. So I don't know if if you can really even call it a fight or whatever. I mean, you can because alcohol was involved.
We didn't even really fight though.
Yeah, it wasn't really a fight. It was just something that happened.
You were mad at me.
Yeah.
Which you had every right to be.
Yeah.
I cried and then went to sleep.
Yeah, because I went to the bathroom quick or something and I came back and you were just out, completely out. So yeah.
Tired from all that shivering.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've never like seen you shiver like that. Like, wait.
I was like hyperventilating.
Yeah, you're like hyperventilating. I'm like, holy cow, why like babe? So yeah. But yeah, that's that story. Yeah, great story. Highlights of our relationship. Yes, yep. Turning points. No, you're not. I'm kidding. Not a turning point. But yeah, so I just think that like anything, it's hard to call it an argument or a fight because even a disagreement. We've never even had a disagreement really. It's just been something that we've said and we've hurt the other person or made them feel bad. Mm-hmm. And like it sucks in the moment, but we learn from it. And I try and see it as like a chance to like learn and grow and to try and not do that again.
Yeah, like I said, we've never really done the same thing twice that I can remember.
Yeah. No, I don't know that I can remember either. Okay. So now that we have talked about all of that, let's talk about I should have looked at Instagram too to see if anyone else said anything or Facebook.
Yeah. What?
Should we start with those now?
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I can think of. Oh, we live together now. How's that been for you?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, there's something I want to say about this. Okay. So since the episode, because before we were not living together, she was in Minnesota. I was in Brookings. I was working at Anytime Fitness. She was doing the same job, but in Minnesota. And okay.
Yep.
We're gonna go there. So
where are we going?
Into my story.
What story?
Well, it's not really a story, just explaining things. Okay. So okay. We had talked about because we've never told the story really of like us talking about moving in together.
Oh.
So we had talked about me moving to Minnesota.
Oh, that.
Yeah. And me leaving Anytime Fitness. And this was like that face for. Oh gosh.
I want to say a lot about that. I'm not going to. God, thoughts.
I know, maybe in the future. I mean, you can say whatever you want now.
Yeah.
So this was around the time I didn't leave Anytime because of Kiana, like solely.
She was going to leave anyway.
Like, I was at that point where I was thinking about it. I wanted to take a different step and I wanted to not be as held back in doing more of what I wanted to do with my podcast and business. And I was not feeling as passionate about what I was doing there, which was not normal. And I even took some time. Like I went to a leadership conference. I tried to like focus on just like kind of taking a break here and there. And it never really came back. And that was not normal for me. Like normally I was like, loved what I did there and whatever.
It was, I gotta say, it was like the first time I saw you in the gym compared to like where you were towards the end of your time working there was completely different.
How so?
Just like your kind of your energy and like vibe in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still came off of as very positive and like you wanted to be there like for the clients and stuff, but it just was different.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Like just how I wasn't as like you could tell I wasn't as passionate, and I wasn't like my energy went like way down compared to like when you first went. And I would say that's true because Heather said the same thing.
Yeah,
that she could feel it, and I mean I didn't bring that up to her at all.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, so this is not like because of Kiana or anything, but I would say that because of Kiana, it really allowed me to do it, really, to like make that jump to leave. Yeah. Like I think that so a part of it is because of you, because it just allowed me to like do it. Yeah. Otherwise I don't think I would have.
How much can I say? Especially with that call today, I don't want to say too much.
Well, you can say it, and then if I think that it's not something that I want you to say, then I'll cut it out.
You were getting burnt out.
Yeah. And there's a difference between going above and beyond and doing more than what your job title, like quote job title is or whatever. And so like there's a difference between that and burnout. Is that what I'm trying to say?
You were like guilted into it.
I definitely like got to a point where
I think that was the problem, because I don't think you mind going above and beyond.
Yeah, it's more
and
like
it wasn't helping you out at all.
Yeah, and it's more like I got to a point where I felt guilty for if it was like 7, 8, 9 p.m. and I wasn't doing something for the gym or something like that I felt was productive or like helped to the gym or like even for my podcast or my own thing, whatever. I would feel guilty. Like I needed to be always doing something. And I'm now realizing it's so weird. Like now being out of that, it's like night and day. Like I don't feel guilty for not doing things at 6, 7, 8 p.m. or whatever. And also like looking back the past 6 to 12 months, even like seriously almost a year where we at first we're struggling to like find part-time trainers. And it was just like back and forth, whatever. And like looking back on that versus just like now where, yeah, I have more flexibility and freedom and I'm doing my own thing, which is great. But how I feel now versus then is like, just, it's crazy. I relate it to when I was in college and I had like 5 hours of sleep every night. And then I was out of college and I got 8 hours of sleep. Like I'm a whole new woman.
Yeah.
And just completely changed. Yeah. This is like the same thing with like being in that situation, like having that burnout and how I felt versus now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
your energy changed as soon as you left there. Even when you decided to be done, it changed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Back to how it was.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. And I remember when I like made the decision too, I could feel it. And okay, so I remember, so we had like talked about moving in together and I definitely had some naysayers. Like, are you sure you want to do that? That's not a good idea. Like you moving in with her right away, that's not a good idea.
You had a solid career and there was an opportunity for you to be.
So there's opportunity for me to a little bit more of a financial.
Yeah.
There was more opportunity financially that was huge. And anyone else would have been like, it wouldn't make sense for you to leave that, like stay for a couple of years, like get that, whatever financial, it just makes sense to do that. And I didn't do that.
No.
And, but just what were you going to say?
I told you this a lot when we were talking about it. You had already built your base in Brookings. It was as big as it was going to get because Brookings is pretty small. So I felt that, because this was back when you were going to move to Minnesota, I felt that you coming out there, you go to a different gym, work there maybe if you wanted to, or just do your own thing. There's a lot more people in the Twin Cities area than in Brookings.
Yeah.
So you could have then built your base there or built another base there. You know what I'm saying? So you could have gotten more people for Flow with Grow and for your training and all that. Then I came out here.
Yeah. But what was I saying before that?
I don't know. I don't listen to you. We should have talked about the one time you straight up ignored me.
What do you mean? Okay, well, let's wait. We'll get to that. Type that in there maybe if you want. But so
we'll see if I remember. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay. So going back to, so the thing at Anytime Fitness and leaving. Oh yeah, I had a lot of naysayers and just people who, I mean, I'm sure more people thought it and didn't tell me or didn't say anything. But I mean, a couple people who were, close to me did, which like, I mean, I respect that. But there were just people saying like, are you sure you want to do this? That's not a good idea. Like you maybe wait till you save up more money and then go. And you and her like just met, just like started dating, like wait, like there's a lot of like,
you were gonna, cause I was gonna move out of the place that I was living in Minnesota to just another place in the Twin Cities area. And you were gonna get your own apartment out there. And I'm like, well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I did consider that.
We're both going to be paying separate rent. And then you're going to be at my place all the time.
Yeah. When you said that, I was like, well, yeah, that's true. But I did consider that for like a little bit because I I just.
And I get that. So then you have your own space.
But then, But then when you said that, I was like, well, yeah, I want to be with her all the time anyways.
Yeah, because I'll be at work all day anyways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even now, it's like you have your own space because I'm gone at least 8 hours.
Yeah. But I think that one of the things that, like, if someone's listening to take away from this, like this part at least, like relationship-wise,
you know your relationship.
Yeah, only you know your relationship. No one else has experienced it. No one else is experiencing it or can feel what you two feel. Yes, it was the beginning of a relationship, so it's that like quote honeymoon stage, but this is much different. Like I can't even, it's hard to explain, but like different. I don't
think we've talked about that.
We haven't. Okay, we will. Maybe type it in there too. So yeah, like, I mean, I haven't had like that many serious relationships. I had maybe one. Well, I have had one and then one maybe in college, which that didn't last as long, but I don't know. It's just, it really, like, yes, it was the honeymoon stage, but it felt different than anything else I'd ever experienced. Different. So my point is that only you know your relationship, no matter what anyone else's quote advice is, or like what they have done. Cool. That's what they did. That's what worked for them in their season of their life and in their relationship, but that's not your relationship. That's not you. And then when I think you told me that, and when I realized that, I'm just like, yeah, that's true. And I'm so freaking hella glad I didn't listen to the people who were like kind of question. And I mean, oh shoot. Granted, I did ask some people that it should be, I did ask some people what their thought was like to get, but in my mind, I was like, hey, I, in the past, have let other people's decisions affect my decision. And I don't want that. I want to hear their opinion and just like maybe take into consideration, open mind, whatever. I just want to get feedback. But I am the only person that can make this decision. Yeah. So I'm very glad. Long story. That was a long story, but long story short, I'm glad I didn't listen to them. And
off of all of that, there's no set timeline. There's no right time to do anything, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad that.
And lesbians move faster, so keep up.
Yeah, you told me that. That your friends who they're all lesbians.
Yeah.
We're just like shocked that we hadn't moved in together yet.
I know. Yeah,
because they all have been dating like at the 2 months and moved in together.
I know.
Let me see if this
like
is
the second date. Yeah. So at the same time, I was having conversations with my friends, and they were all like, "Jeez, I can't believe you guys aren't living together yet."
Yeah. It's funny. Which I didn't know that, but
apparently. It's like second date. You get a U-Haul and move in together.
It's because us women, we just have the sensitive emotions. We get attached. Yeah.
Yeah. Attached.
Yep. Someday we should do another episode on or maybe I just need to do an episode on the difference between like being with a guy.
Yeah.
Not for this.
For what?
For what?
For this episode, you mean? Or for what?
I just thought maybe in a different episode.
Yeah. I'll ask you questions.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
That'd be a fun game.
Send me questions, people. That'd be a fun game.
Wait, they send you questions on what?
Just the difference, how it's different, being in like heterosexual relationship to being gay.
So they're supposed to send you questions?
Yeah, if they want, I'll come up with my own too.
Yeah.
But if they have any questions that
you
are
can
like,
ask us.
I wonder if whatever.
Yeah. Either send them to @KeyBass
I know a question I'm gonna ask you
on Instagram.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say it now.
Fine. Or me @Sophia_Don41. Or we have a joint Instagram as well. So @Soph and Key.
Is it Soph and Key or Key and Soph?
Soph and Key.
Okay. I don't even know.
So I know I've been doing that. That's our travel adventure Instagram that I do. I post stuff until we actually go do stuff. Anyways, off subject. So how it's been living together. It's been amazing. Oh my gosh. Being apart. Okay. I don't know if I've ever shared this on this podcast before on our first episode. I don't know if I have or not, but I remember when we would you would come to Brookings or I would go to Minnesota and then we would say our goodbyes and we had to part ways. You would ball. Oh my God. And it still happens. It still happens. Yeah. But it's okay. It's hard to explain. This is the best way I can explain it. We go in for we're hugging and just saying goodbye. And it's I seriously feel this is not cheesy as fuck, but don't care. This is how I feel. My heart and soul, I can feel it touching your heart and soul. I'm serious. When we're hugging, it's I can't even describe it. But then when we say goodbye and we part ways, not just, and this isn't when you go to work or whatever. It's before when we would not see each other for days or weeks. And it was just I felt a piece of me and my heart and soul was missing. Or just I know that's how you describe it too, but it's just I just handle it better than you. And every time, even after we were together for a little bit. Time
when I was only gonna be gone for there was gonna be 2 or 3 days. I think maybe 2 days that you weren't gonna see me. You just were just beside yourself, bawling. And Braxton's you're gonna see her.
I know, I know. But here's the thing: I can't help it. It just happens. And even every time after we've been together for a little bit and every time it's I'm not gonna, maybe I won't cry this time. I'm not gonna cry this time. It's been a while. I'm used to it. It'll be okay. Nope. Instant balls, instant bawling,
instant balls. We don't have that in this relationship.
No, instant ball. Instant bawling is what I meant. Oh my gosh.
Instant balls.
Instant bawling. Okay. Yeah. Ick. Oh man. But yeah, so living together has been awesome. I love it. It's not really I don't know, it's like I said before, the only thing that's really changed is that I've become more myself, if anything.
It worked out great for me. Anybody else who's lived with me knows that I'm not the most cleanest person, and you love cleaning, so I got it made.
Okay, let me say something. Something that I learned. Not learned, but okay, because when I go to your place, it wasn't your room was clean, things, it wasn't completely messy. The kitchen was kind of dirty every now and then. But I just I don't know, I just got the vibe. I kind of knew that you maybe didn't like cleaning or whatever. It's because if you walk into someone's home and they're very organized and clean, you can tell.
Yeah.
But I have more so learned that you are not a cleaning person.
I like vacuuming.
And that's okay. And you'll do stuff if I ask, or you'll ask if I want you to do anything.
I cook, you clean.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I do. Yeah. If you ever ask me, I'll do stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like vacuuming. I'll vacuum.
That's good because I don't like vacuuming.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, really?
That's the only cleaning thing I like to do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you're still learning stuff about each other.
There you go. You
I
guys
did not
just
know
witnessed
that.
it. Yeah.
You like to vacuum. What do you like about it?
I don't know. You just make nice little lines.
I can see how you're like that.
This is I swear it's my grandma coming out in me. Not me being a grandma, but my grandma, because when she mowed her lawn, the lines had to be perfect. And she let me mow the lawn one time, and I was just okay.
Lines have to be perfect. Yeah, I can see that from you.
Yeah,
I can see that about you. That's funny. Yeah, but I do like to clean. Like in the morning time, like my morning routine is I'll get up, I'll like not look at my phone for a little bit, but I'll text her, take Nova for a walk, come in, clean while I listen to a pump up podcast, and I'll listen to an educational podcast or training or something, and then I'll work out. And like I don't know. On the weekends, I try and really clean up a lot more. I'm doing stuff during the weekdays, so I don't do that as much, but I like having a clean environment and organized, even though I'm not the most organized person on the planet. But it just like, if everything is cluttered, my brain is cluttered. I can't work here anywhere. So I like want to go to a coffee shop or somewhere. So yeah, I do enjoy it. So yeah, I feel like it does work out, but I
try to help. I put all the dishes next to the sink and I'll clean up like over here. You leave a mess over here when you clean.
What do you mean? Where?
Like over here. Like if you do anything over here, you leave a hot mess.
Where?
Where
over there?
Yeah.
But I don't leave a mess there.
You have a couple of times that you cooked.
Oh, when I cook, not clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
when you cook over here.
You said when I clean.
No. I clean.
Okay.
Over there.
Because I leave. Yeah.
And I'm saying I help because like I usually will like prep stuff and cook stuff over here, obviously.
Yeah. Yep.
I will put it all over next to the sink for you.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Do it again.
She has to take Nova for a walk now because
but I like to. But she
demands it.
Oh yeah, she knows. She knows. I'll be sleeping and sometimes she'll sometimes like I can hear her, she'll like come in and like she'll like look and see
how she comes in.
Yeah.
Never seen her walk like that.
So she'll come in and sometimes like if I'm rolled over, because I can hear her, she'll just turn around and go out. But sometimes like if I open my eyes,
she's just seeing if you're awake.
Yeah, she'll do that. At least there was one time it was like 5 times, I swear. 3 to 5 times. She'll come in just to see if I'm awake. And there's been some times where she'll come in and she'll see that I'm like kind of moving around or whatever, and she'll come up and maybe like I don't know if it's like a sneeze or it's like some sort of sound that she makes. I don't know. Yeah, that. Yeah, she'll do that. And yeah, so she just comes in to check if I'm up or not yet. And sometimes she'll either be laying down in the bedroom or right outside the bedroom or on the big step. That's like the first set of steps. Yeah. And then I get up and she'll like come and just see that I'm up. And then she'll like wait for me on that first step and then go down. And she just gets so excited right away. So excited. So she knows.
Still come in and lay with you after I leave? I thought she did for a
little while. It's not, like sometimes she'll come and I'll like scooch over and I'll like pat the bed and she'll come and then I'll like tell her to like lay down. And so she'll like lay down. So I call her a little bit, but it's not that long. She'll like,
just like you acting.
You gotta watch the video if you're, go to YouTube, watch the video, not just the audio. But yeah, she will. It's not for that long. I wish, because I would totally just like live it. But then it's like, fine, I'll get up. Yeah. So she gets very excited when I go down. And then like this morning, I couldn't like sometimes, it's a Friday morning, so I had to go to Coco to do stuff right away. I couldn't take her on a walk, didn't have time, but she was ready to go on that walk. It was later in the morning too than I normally do it. And sadly, I know I felt so sad. I felt so sad because I know she was sad. Amped. She was so ready to go out for a walk and I couldn't. I just left.
And she just stared at the door for like probably a minute after you left. Mm-hmm. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. How do you like living with me?
Like I said, I like it. You clean.
Because I clean. Yeah. And see, I don't mind it. And I feel like, okay. Do we have Scorpio and Gemini on here? Because, okay. So.
No, I don't think so.
No. So if you're into astrology at all, we've learned that Scorpios and Geminis either don't get along at all or they get along very well. Yeah. We're on the spectrum of getting along very well. But I can see how a Scorpio and Gemini would not get along. And I think it has, you can speak for yourself too, but like for me, I can see it because of my personality and because I feel like I attribute a lot to when I meditated for like a couple years straight. I learned a lot from that. I have a lot more calm and patience. And I don't really meditate as much anymore, but I feel like a lot of that is still like with me. And I just like I don't know. I just feel like since I feel like I'm a calm, understanding, patient person, I think because of that, it makes this work really, really well.
I think just because we're both like that.
Yeah.
Pretty
laid
back.
Too. Yeah.
We're both very laid back.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah, you really are too. Like you're just like
I think that's
chill. You're super chill about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can both see how it would not work very well. Why did I bring this up? I had a point to why I brought this up.
I don't know.
Shoot. I don't remember why I brought this up.
I don't know.
Because we were talking about living together, and I asked you how it is with me, and you
said good.
Yeah. So I think okay. Yeah. I mean, same thing. I guess that's why. But
I also just like, just cuddling with you every night.
Mm-hmm. I love it too.
I know you do.
And I was gonna say something about that.
What? What are you gonna say?
This is more about you can let me know if I should cut this out, but this part is more about our sexual relationship.
Here we go. Leave it in.
Okay, I will say this. I mean, there's many things I could say, but
yeah, I bet there is.
But one thing that I really like. So yes, I think that we have a strong foundation because of us communicating and talking, and in the very beginning, just saying things, just like talking about like what we want in a relationship and like for us, each other, and things like that.
We talked about the future a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like this was before we even like this was like back when we were like just friends, and that was it. We talked about the future a lot. Yeah, we did. Just like what we wanted out of our future partners or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think also us like talking about like how we would like want to, like I remember saying how I wanted to have constructive arguments, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I think it's healthy. If we can have the healthy argument, constructive, it can be a good thing because it can like help us grow. And I think that we've been doing that so far. Yeah. So something that I think that has helped our relationship, and in terms of, I think that this could help other relationships too, because I feel like a lot of other relationships and even like what I've experienced in past relationships, it can get very stagnant and not like repetitive, but like kind of repetitive, like the same thing. And then it's, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it other than that. But I feel like I don't even know how I got on this topic, but something that you do and that we do that I think very much contributes to, okay, whatever. I'm just going to say it. I've been trying to like think of like how to say this, but I think in a lot of relationships, their sex life goes to shit.
Yeah.
And I think that one thing, I mean, okay, we haven't been together for like years and years. So, but I think that's something that is going to help us and has been helping, because even it's been 7 months and it could still happen in that time frame too.
Oh yeah.
But I think that's something that has helped and will help is, and this might be something that whoever's listening, if they're struggling, like this could help too, or like in a future relationship, but throughout the day, like, I mean, on the weekends we're together, but then also like when you come home and stuff, like we'll just randomly start making out.
Yeah.
And or like
I did not know that's where you were going with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you think I was going with it?
How we talk about everything after.
Oh, okay, I'll get there too.
Okay.
But like you'll like touch my butt or like come and like make out, just like hands. And I think that the fact that your love language is physical touch, and I think my second one is physical touch, like that helps. But I feel like that can help in any relationship. I know I had the
throat burp.
So yeah, so I think that that's something that like has been and will be very helpful, is just like little playful things throughout the day. Like it's not like we're gonna have full on sex right then and there. Or sometimes that'll happen, and it has happened in the past. But it's like it's like a buildup almost. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I do. I'm just really surprised by you right now.
Yeah, I never told you that.
No, not that. But like when we first started having sex, you did not talk about anything at all that had to deal with it.
Oh shit, we're going there now too. Okay.
Well, I guess we're here.
We're already here. Well, that's it for this week. You'll have to tune in next week to hear the rest of this story, the rest of this conversation, and the rest of this cliffhanger. And as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Flow with the Grow. I'll see you next week for your daily dose of positivity and growth.